Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. And when you're talking about football, there ain't a whole lot that's good. So
there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, but not much of it good. So Auburn does have a football game this weekend. They'll take on the Arkansas Razorbacks in Jordan-Hare Stadium at 11 o'clock on the SEC Network. You wonder what the mindset of this team will be. They've had 2 weeks off. It's kind of odd. I thought about this last night, David. And look, I'll preface this by saying you've been a guy, and I respect you very much. You've been a guy that says, I'm not going to discuss head coaching candidates because we have a head football coach.
That's correct.
And that's the stance that you've maintained. Mm-hmm. And we've had callers over the last week or two. They've been few. They've been outnumbered. But we've had some call in and say, look, it's only year two. We need to give him a chance. They're showing some kind of support for Brian Harsin. It seems like now, though, I don't know how anybody could look at this and say this is just not going to work.
Yeah.
There's got to be a change, in the works here. We have gone from, oddly enough, I believe it seems like, at least the perception of it, we have gone from a disastrous football season, skipped over an unmitigated disaster of the program, and landed straight on to dumpster fire. And we didn't even play a game. We had an off week.
Yeah.
And this happened.
Yeah.
Because we have had 4 players, enter the portal this week.
That's why I said more portal entries this week than wins so far.
It's just, you wonder, and that brings me back to, Saturday. It's actually, when you look at it on paper, it's actually a winnable game. Arkansas, and maybe the biggest indictment of it all is that a team 4-3, 1-3 in the conference, is favored over Auburn in Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And David, they should be.
Yeah.
So
true.
that is the biggest indictment, I think, of all this, that is actually the case. That's where the program has fallen to at this moment. So we can talk about, I did some research about it, and I talked about it yesterday, about how many players have left. Auburn's losing more than half of their recruiting classes, every one of them, for the last 4 years, not including 2022. I'm talking about the previous 4. But when you're averaging more than 50% attrition from your recruiting classes, I don't know how you even expect to put a good product on the field.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, Andy, let me. I'm old school. You know that too. Back in the day, it was, I signed on with you because I love this place. I love your staff. I'm going to be a part of this team. Work my time. Those days are gone.
No.
They're gone. 2,600 people in the portal this calendar year so far. 2,600. But if you love a coaching staff and if you love a head coach and what's going on, a lot of these guys would probably stay, but they see greener pastures. The funny thing you and I were talking about before we went on the air, the funny thing with Landon King is, my question is why surely Ike Hilliard's putting the best players on the field at wide receiver that he thinks will win the game for us. And Landon King goes and thanks Ike Hilliard but he doesn't thank the head coach.
So let me ask you this. Let me just interject this.
Yeah.
Because is it Ike Hilliard's decision? Is that who's playing?
Well, obviously not totally. You would think.
How much responsibility do you give an assistant coach?
Well, that's they talk about the meetings and everything, and I guess, if you have a depth chart, who has the final say? And I think that may be different with different programs. Obviously, here's the thing, Andy, and you and I raved about this catch. The one catch that Landon King had this season was a stinking freakish athletic catch.
Yeah.
One.
That's all he's had 5. He's had 6 catches in his career.
Yeah.
In 2 years.
Yeah. And the one this year was just you and I both. Good grief. That was unbelievable. So I'm confused about that part of it because I totally trust Ike Hilliard. And here's the other thing, and I don't know that report's true. Look, if you're not going to stay, leave. He says, I don't know what report you're talking about. I don't know if that's a rumor or what the deal is. Yeah, So I'm anxious to find out how many SEC teams have guys jumping in the portal during the season besides Auburn. But we're Auburn. Like you said, the problem is our recruiting classes just disappearing. And that is you're going to be surprised that I say this, but that's program killing.
Sure.
That's program killing right there.
Absolutely.
That many guys are leaving. On top of that, our horrendous number of signees or commitments so far.
And after only signing 18 last year and not a single person in the February signing period.
Yeah.
Only 18 we brought in last year.
Yeah.
Not even a full class.
Yeah.
And now more than half of those are gone.
Yeah.
More than half of those are gone.
Yeah. And for the gloom and doom people, let me say this. I'm not going to mention coaches' names, but I'm just saying, should something transpire down the road here pretty soon, and all the Auburn people are going, oh, my gosh, it's going to take us 5 years to – really? Tennessee? You think Tennessee was worse off than we were overall as a program?
It is going to take us a couple of years, though, to replenish the roster.
But look at Tennessee. What they're doing.
And let me backtrack. I think we signed 19 in 2022. I'm talking 2021. We signed 18.
Okay.
So back-to-back years, we signed 2 under the limit.
Yeah.
And now we have 24 of those players gone from those 2 classes.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. 2020 we hadn't lost anybody yet. But if you think this is the end of that, this is just the beginning.
Well,
which is, and here's the other aspect to it, what you're talking about. A lot of these guys, all these guys that have transferred out, they all send out this little text, and and they tell about how much they love Auburn and all this, and I believe now. I don't remember every single one of them, but just to my recollection, I don't recall a single one of them when they didn't say, I want to thank Coach Malzahn for recruiting me. I want to thank my position coach, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
But Landon King did not even mention Harsin. And Tavares Dawson, when I read his, he just called him Harsin. He didn't even call him Coach Harsin.
Yeah.
And he didn't really thank him. He just mentioned him.
Yeah.
Maybe it's players are different now. I don't know, but there's something. There's something that stinks right now in the Auburn football program.
Andy, I think that it is a combination of everything that we've discussed. The lack of support from boosters, now the lack of support but it's hard to support right now, I get that. But the lack of support from Auburn people, lack of support from boosters, the athletic director that hired Harsin is gone. We haven't named an athletic director yet. The record, the attrition, all of those things. And you can say what you want to about, it doesn't affect us inside the building. Bull crap. Those guys read all this stuff. And the other thing that you and Randy talked about yesterday, the number of quality players that we're going to lose next year just because it's their time to go is shake your head.
Well, I mean, Tank Bigsby, Colby Wooden, and Derek Hall, those are three major cogs on the offense and defense. They're gone.
Yeah.
Now, Marvin brings up this is something that's been, this is something that Philip Marshall said about the inquiry. But Marvin says, why did Harsin and the quote-unquote media run off with the February crap as boosters trying to get Harsin fired for a relationship with a staffer? That is not true. Last February's inquiry was not about internet rumors. It was about complaints from players and coaches about how Harsin treated them and about Auburn being the first SEC program to not sign a single player on National Signing Day in February. It was initiated and made public by Jay Googe, not by trustees or boosters. That is directly from Philip Marshall. If I read that he said that.
What does Marvin mean by why did Harsin and the media run off with the February crap?
Well, I think that's like, was that the main story? Like, that was what it was all about. It was about this affair when it was really about something legitimate. Like, people brushed it off as, well, okay, that was not true. The crux of the matter was that there were legitimate complaints from coaches and players that they were being mistreated.
Somebody in the media
and
leaked.
That's what the investigation was truly about.
Yeah, somebody in the media leaked the girl thing.
Yeah, and that just kind of became the headline, which was nonsense. But that was, the part about being mistreated was actually real. So
that's a good point, Marvin. Yeah,
it's a fair question. We got to take our first break here on the Auburn Blitz. Love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. Where are we as a program? Where are we going? And how do we get there? Let us know. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
No monthly payments till after the holidays at Glenn Smith in Opelika.
Enjoy big discounts on Chevrolet Buick and GMC SUVs. How about a brand new Chevrolet Buick or GMC with no payments till next year? New Chevy Equinox as low as $329 a month. New Buick Enclaves up to $5,000 off. New GMC Terrains up to $6,000 off.
Get 0% financing, no payments till next year at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast. Give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. We are talking about Auburn and the turmoil that seems to surround the program as we speak right now, at least the football program. Hey, the volleyball team's doing really well.
They are.
And they actually lost to Florida. They got hammered by Florida last night, or maybe it was the night before. I forget. 3-0. It was not pretty. But
was that only the second or third loss?
That was
right?
only the third loss. They're 18-3 on the year. So.
And guess where I'm going tomorrow night, Andy?
Going to see a volleyball.
Plainsman Park.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Alabama.
Auburn and Alabama.
Auburn, Alabama. Iron Bowl. It's a food drive. If you go, take some canned goods.
It's free to get in.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah. And there will be so many people. Now, where you going to park is going to be, Neville Arena's available in the parking deck, but, Coliseum lights out because the RVs will be in there. But,
right.
It's going to be a great night. It's 12 innings. So these young pitchers can throw and get a look at all the new guys. But anytime Alabama and Auburn play anything, it's going to be intense. So I'm excited to see our new addition to Auburn baseball.
Yeah, definitely.
As well. But to your point, a lot of positive things across the board with Auburn, just not what we're talking
Auburn
about.
athletics in general is pretty strong right now.
It is. Yeah.
Except for the main cog, which is football, which is, again, I think we have skipped over unmitigated disaster and moved into dumpster fire. Now, if you think I'm wrong, please tell me. But Marvin says that clarity needs to be pushed and pushed and pushed. It's about, the inquiry and what it really was about and the legitimacy of it. Brett says didn't think it was possible to let our program slide to the depth it has. This is like a program coming off 5 years of probation. That is true. That's about, we might as well have cut, 10 scholarships a year for the last 4 years from where we are right now. It's just unbelievable. Marvin said it's just crazy that the lies and rumors were basically reported as fact. I guess that's just the society we live in now.
That's the media that we deal with.
Yeah, no question. Dale says, so it turns out this team is nothing but a bunch of quitters. So it turns out, well, he just reemphasizes that.
He said it twice for emphasis.
He said it so nice, he said it twice. We'll see a little bit about that. The guys that are quitting are the ones that really aren't even playing. Yeah. There's something to that. All these guys that have left, what have they gone on to do? Brett says maybe more at the baseball game than the football game. Here we go again. Andy Dumpster Fire maybe being nice. Wow. That's where we are right now.
Andy, like you, to your point.
Are we going over under on the crowd size again? Arkansas?
To your point during the break, I mean, how many of the guys that have left Auburn were any type of contributor at all? And you'd be hard-pressed to find one.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Outside of that.
That's it.
That not a lot of these guys were productive at all. They haven't. And now, a case could be made that that's why Landon King said, "Look, I'm just going to take a red shirt." And you said, "Is that report true that Harsin had this conversation and said, all I know is this: Landon King." Now, kids are, they say stuff all the time, but Landon King came out and said, officially, I'm going to redshirt this year. I'm going to shut it down and save this year of eligibility. I have no intention to transfer. I love Auburn. I want to be here. I'm not going anywhere. A week later, something happened in between there, and he says, I'm in the transfer portal. Yeah. And I'm not going to I can't even officially enter it until December. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I'm in it. That don't just happen by accident.
Andy, that's a great point. Also, think about this. Somebody brought this up, and I don't know how this works with the rules. You may know that. These guys could jump in the portal and just stay in the portal. And let's say something happened with Coach Harsin, and we hired a Dion or a Hugh Freeze or somebody like that. They could jump back.
Oh, sure. And I think that's kind of where they are, because they're announcing.
Because they love Auburn. They all say they do.
A.D. Diamond, Dawson, King, they all say they can't officially unless we fire Harsin, which is my understanding that they could enter the portal officially if we fire the head coach in the middle of the season.
Right.
But if we don't, then they can't officially enter the portal until December. So basically they're just saying that that's their intention, and they could always change their mind if you do fire him and we hire a coach and they say, wow, okay, I like this guy.
They're just hanging out in the wind right now.
That's right. Yeah. So let's go to the phone line. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hello, guys. How you all doing today?
I'm doing great, Jerry. How about you?
I'm doing good. I appreciate y'all taking my call, and I appreciate y'all's show greatly.
Thank
you. We're bringing up about this reporting and all about how, am I understanding y'all right, it's come out that basically some of this stuff at the beginning of this year with Harsin, whether or not they were going to fire him, it really didn't have anything to do with some kind of illicit affair or something like that. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. Well, look, some of that does not surprise me. Andy, you mentioned about the time we live in and the times we live in. But I'll just say this, too, and I'll just go ahead and be blunt and honest about it, not going to really sugarcoat it. We live in a state that, honestly, if there's any kind of hint with Auburn kind of messing up or stubbing their toe or whatever, buddy, it's going to be jumped on left and right, and it's going to be drug up one side, down the other, and talked about as long as it can. And I have firmly believed, and I've called in this show a couple of times and mentioned it, that the so-called the boosters behind the scenes of all that stuff with Harsin and everything, they were looking out for Auburn's best interest. And what it did was got Auburn people fighting among themselves. And that ain't where we need to be. That just ain't where we need to be. I mentioned before about it's not hard, it's not difficult being an Auburn fan. It ain't it at all. But Auburn has to fight multiple fights on multiple levels, and we just need to be together. And I firmly believe that those fellows and boosters and everything that were doing that was looking out for Auburn's best interest. They could see this stuff coming down the road, and anybody that couldn't, they just didn't have their eyes open. And I appreciate you guys. Let me say that. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, Jerry. Thanks for the call. We got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. More to come on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248 for all your mortgage needs. Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. We're talking about Auburn. Got some nice comments coming through. Dale says, How about this? There is not a single school from the state of Florida in the top 25. But if you had to pick, which Florida team is the best at this point, who would you pick? I'll wait. Dale's a big Gus Malzahn guy.
He still likes Gus.
I mean, Central Florida, had they not gotten hammered by East Carolina, I might think that they would be. But to be perfectly honest, I think I'd pick Florida or Florida State to beat Central Florida today. But
no question. And
I think Gus has done a good job there.
Well, like you said, Central Florida is about where Gus needs to be.
I think that's more of his niche. Yeah.
So we move on.
So Auburn and Arkansas. What's the mindset of this team? Like we've said this, till we're blue in the face. But these are 4 winnable games. Now you've had some guys enter the transfer portal. You've had some articles come out. Auburn players are as insulated as they want to be. I'm not sure how much they watch. They know the record.
They have phones, Andy.
They have phone. They know what, I'm sure they text back and forth this and that. They know who's thinking about leaving. They know far better than we do. Mm-hmm. So who's going to be playing on Saturday? What they've been doing for these past 2 weeks, preparing for Arkansas. Arkansas's defense, especially their pass defense, is atrocious. Can Robbie Ashford have a day like he did against LSU, where he threw the ball for 300 yards? Is that what it's going to take to beat Arkansas? So
can we play 2.5 quarters like we did at Ole Miss?
Right
after we let them name the score there.
Can we play a first half like we did against LSU and a second half like we did against Ole Miss?
Yeah.
Can we put that together?
Yeah.
If we can, I firmly believe we can beat Arkansas.
Yeah.
And a win, while it won't change anything in the grand scheme of things, boy, I think it could really lower the temperature in the room.
Yeah.
Winning tends to do that.
Yeah. Well, it'll a couple of weeks ago, I would have said, man, that would really be awesome. It would really help. At this point, I think it'll take a little bit of the sting off of this week. But beyond that, Andy, I'm not sure. And I wanted to say one more thing to Jerry's point. Jerry's always spot on and very honest and open about his comments. And Jerry, there's one particular writer with AL.com that I will not name, that if he could douse Auburn with gasoline and be the one to light the match, he'd be as giddy as a kid at Christmas. I mean, that's just a fact. And we fight that. We do, and that causes a lot of the infighting among. But I mean, who right now, with what we've seen, and here I am, Mr. Positive, I'm being totally honest. Who right now, after what we've seen to this point, could absolutely just stand up and say, "Forget y'all, I'm on board. It's all going to work out"? I can't. And I've been as supportive and as positive as anybody on this show.
No, I think we've reached the point of no return.
Yeah.
I think we actually passed it a while back. But
you said moved, skipped, unmitigated what?
Disaster
and moved to dumpster fire.
Yeah. Let's go to the phone line. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey there, Andy. How you doing?
I'm all right, James. How about you?
What's up?
I need some help.
What you need?
I need somebody to talk me off the ledge here.
Off the ledge, right? Why are you out there?
Well, because I feel like the program's a dumpster fire right now.
Well, how about a forest fire?
Yeah. That may be more appropriate.
We need Smokey the Bear.
You talking about the guys that left last year, and then you hit up on Gus. I will say this. I saw Kobe Hudson last week, and the week before last, too. He's catching the ball like he should have been last year, the year before that with us. But he's the other one that I can think of out of that whole bunch that left that are produced is he and Nix. And Nix, I think, is throwing about 70%. That's an interesting comment, but I heard it the other day. And anyway, I don't know that it's a dumpster fire. It is what it is at this point. And I'm not going to go back all through that, but I can tell you this. This started before he ever got here. You know that. They didn't want him here. The former athletic director hired him, which Mal Moore was the one that hired Saban. So, you know, our bunch is a little different. We've always been schizophrenic, and we got a need that we have to have somebody that either knows Auburn or has been there, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if I'd been a coach and I'd taken given up a pretty good job and moved down here and taken this one, I'd be damned if I wouldn't already have been moved. I'd have taken my buyout and gone to the Northwest Mounted Police for training or something. I don't know. But as far as you being on a dumpster fire, Andy, I can tell you this. The coach and all the rest of them may be, but I'll tell you this. You're the boss of that show. You came up with that show, I think, and I know damn well you're in the newspaper down there every week. So, you know what? I don't think too many people are going to, try to roast you over like a dumpster fire. I just don't think that's the case. And I'm not knocking any of the other guys, but you're the one that comes up with the things. You got old Luke so bad the other night on who's alive and who's dead. Hell, if you'd have told him King Henry VIII was still living, he'd have believed you. Britt got his tongue tied. I've never seen him that way before. But anyway, I'm just rambling. That's the only other one, though, I can think of. I did see that big old Hunter boy play in that same game for about 3 plays. He got hurt and got out of the game. So I haven't seen where anybody's burning it up. Now, the Manning boy that was a guard at Auburn, he's up at Kentucky, and I think he's starting. But that was a whole different thing. He's in about his 6th year after he had that cancer and everything. But yeah, I know the next coach is going to have to hit the portal some, and the quicker they get that done now, I guess that's the way it's going to be. I don't like the Board of Trustees, and I don't care what coach says. I can't stand that general, and that's just a difference you and I'll have, Coach. I ain't mad at you at all, you know that. But I will say this: when they stuck him over there when Harsin came here, that put the rat in the cheese right there. So anyway, y'all have a good day. Now you feel like you're not burning as hot, Andy?
I feel better. I do feel better.
If I've made one person feel better every day, I think it's a pretty good deal.
You're right, Carl.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it. Thank you, James. Got to go to break. Don't go anywhere. More to come. Right after this.
He hurt my feelings.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
Country Clipper zero-turn mowers are designed for comfort, accessibility, and ease of use. Only Country Clipper offers your choice of steering options with industry-exclusive joystick steering or twin lever steering. Their patented stand-up deck, standard on every model, allows for quick access to the underside of the deck for routine maintenance. With a wide front step and optional handrail, getting on or off your mower has never been easier. Stop by Fun Carts of Opelika today for a test drive. Country Clipper mowers, designed for you. Fun Carts of Opelika, located at 618 Lee Road 113 in Opelika, Alabama.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
2 nights, 1 weekend at ATL Live. Friday, November 11th, his first concert ever at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Billy Joel. With Lionel Richie and Sheryl Crow. And Saturday, November 12th, 8-time Grammy winner Chris Stapleton with Miranda Lambert, Dwight Yoakam, and more. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss ATL Live, powered by Ticketmaster.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 20 more minutes left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. You will be glad that you did.
And if we could just play a show with the outtakes from the breaks, that would be so so entertaining.
Back in the day, but and we've gotten some criticism for this, but I mean it is what it is. You got to have sponsors and commercials. But we used to, we would run the TV show and we would have commercials, but on Facebook we didn't have commercials.
Oh my goodness!
And we played it all the way through, and we did it. I mean, it was live during the breaks on Facebook, and people used to enjoy that. Because, you'd be off the cuff a little bit. You'd say, whatever. You might say what you really think.
To a point.
But then we started doing commercials on Facebook as well.
That's right, yeah.
And I know one person that was really, really, that didn't like that. But it is what it is. I've tried to do something about it, but I can't. Wayne says, Jeremiah Cobb offered by Georgia, ? That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah Cobb, one of Auburn's, really one of the jewels in this small but high caliber class that they've 11 recruits right now. He's a fantastic looking running back out of Montgomery Catholic. He is offered by Georgia. He made it a point to say, man, what a thrilling offer that is. I hope he comes to Auburn. I really desperately hope he does. He seems like an Auburn kind of player. Yeah. But I mean, let's just be honest for a second. If Georgia offered you and Auburn offers you right now, I mean, what does that scale look like?
Yeah.
That would be hard to turn down.
And Andy, he's putting up video game numbers this season. By the way, that reminds me of something kind of off the cuff, but I think our listeners, our people that watch would love this. My son-in-law told me there's a website called CalPreps.com, and you can click your state and you can pick 2 teams as a matchup and it will tell you who's going to win the football game, and they're about 96% accurate on their.
Two high schools, and you just randomly.
In other words, I put in Dadeville, and I put in Opp, because they might meet in the playoffs down the line, and I got who they thought would be the winner, and they're like 96% accurate. CalPreps.com. So you could do that where you're a high school if they're in the playoffs. It's just interesting. And, of course, it says neutral site. Of course, home and away makes a huge difference. But I plugged in Gulf Shores and UMS just for the fun of it. I'm not going to tell you what it said, but because they may meet in the semifinals. But I just found that fascinating. And I looked at the records. It's insane how accurate they are on their picks. So if you
wonder if they do it in some kind of mathematical formula.
Yeah, a lot of math. But they're out of California, but they cover Alabama as well. So that's neither here or there. I just thought it's incredibly interesting. But if you wanted to follow Montgomery Catholic, for instance, through the playoffs, I don't think you'd have to even plug them in. I think we're going to be able to mail their trophy to them. But
the way they're going right now, they seem to be. Now, they don't win it this year. I mean, last year you thought they were on this kind of pace.
Yep.
And you thought, well, they're just going to steamroll right into the championship. And it didn't happen. So if they don't win it this year, it's maybe one
But we really would like to keep him.
That would be nice. That certainly would be nice. So, and again, so we all understand where the program is right now, but I think maybe the urgency of the trying to fix the roster, that's the biggest thing. I mean, losing football games, that's terrible. And we want to try to the only way to try to fix that and move in a better direction is to fix the roster. And we keep talking about losing all these guys. And James, he mentioned Tayshaun Manning. That's one I'd even forgot about. Now that's kind of a unique situation, like you said. But Kobe Hudson is doing pretty good things. So that's 3 out of 47 that have left. Now, you might say, well, okay, so we didn't lose a whole lot when those guys left. But those are the guys you're recruiting. Right. If they don't come in and produce, whose fault is that?
Yeah.
You're the one that recruited them.
Right.
So you got to find, either we got to get a whole lot better at evaluation, or I don't know. We just got to get a whole lot better at evaluation.
And Andy, that's where the boogaboo word that we talk about with Gus all the time, development, comes in.
Yeah. All right, we'll take another break. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday, right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Join us tomorrow, Friday. Me and Brett will be with you. Get your prediction in, Arkansas and Auburn. What do you think the mindset will be of this Auburn football team as they play the Arkansas Razorbacks? On paper, it's a pretty even matchup. Arkansas is favored coming into the game. Do you think the events of this week are going to have an effect on that?
Is it still 4, Andy? Is it 4?
What's that? I think it's 4.5.
4.5.
No, it's 3.5. Down to 3.5.
It started at 4.5.
Okay, so it's down to 3.5.
Okay, all right.
A lot of money moving toward the Auburn Tigers.
Tons.
Sean Shivers this year, 103 carries, 405 yards, 4 touchdowns. Yeah. So I mean, he's serviceable.
He was the other one that came to my mind.
He's serviceable.
Yeah.
And that there again, that's kind of one of those where I don't really, him and really kind of a Christian Tutt. They did both transfer, but they gave Auburn like 2 or 3 years, and they were pretty productive when they were here. So I mean, transferring as a senior, that's not really. I don't really. That's fine.
Right. And
but
Andy,
transferring as a freshman or sophomore, that's the problem.
Would he have gotten that many carries at Auburn this year? Not even close.
Oh, negative. Well, I mean, I don't think he would have deserved them, to be honest with you. I would rather have Jarquez Hunter in the game than him.
Yeah.
So he would be third at best. And I'm not sure he's better than Damari Alston, to be honest with you.
He left his mark, though, in the Iron Bowl.
He did.
That'll be a forever painting for Auburn.
That's absolutely true.
And a great kid, And I wish all these kids the best. But like you said, when you come to a place and you're a freshman, and you say, doesn't look good, I'm going somewhere else. Where is the? And people say, well, they got to do what's best for them. Well, where's the stick-to-itiveness and the work ethic and the discipline and the grit that you would go somewhere and commit and try to work your way up the ladder, unless you just absolutely think the world's against you and it's not going to happen.
I reiterate what I said yesterday about that situation. This business about guys coming in and saying, yeah, I'm not going to play. I'm going to go ahead and redshirt this year. That's my decision. No, son. You were brought here on scholarship. And if you're able, then you play. Or you stand on the sideline and be ready to play. This business about, no, I'm just going to opt out. I'm not. That's a line I'm not going to cross.
All right, Andy, what about?
I think that's not good.
What about this line? And I totally agree with you. We are in step on that. What about the line of the bowl game? I'm going to opt out of the bowl game. Because, look, you could have gotten hurt in the second game of the year. Why didn't you just opt out of the whole year? You're going to wait till the last game when we get a reward for our hard work and you're going to leave your teammates and opt out of a bowl game? I can't even go there.
I don't like it, but if you're a junior or a senior and you know you're going to be, you're a big time and you're going to be drafted in the NFL and you want to sit out of a meaningless Birmingham Bowl, that's fine. Okay. I'm okay with that. I get that because it is meaningless.
But we had one that didn't do that.
Derek Brown didn't.
Derek Brown.
He didn't sit out. Yep. Neither did.
And feather in his cap as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. So. I don't like it, but at least I can understand that.
Yeah.
Coming in as a freshman or a sophomore and saying, I'm going to opt out, nah.
Yeah.
Not me. No. All right, it is October the 27th. Happy birthday today, Ralph Kiner, Hall of Famer, left fielder, Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yep.
Actually led the National League in home runs from like 46 to 52. Really prolific home run hitter, Ralph Kiner. Yep. How about, I don't even remember who Bill George is. Oh, Bill George was a Hall of Fame end, I think, with the Bears.
Okay.
Yeah. How about
the percentage of these that I know is way minimal. So if you can't remember, we're screwed.
John Cleese, you know John Cleese, Monty Python, Faulty Towers, tall guy. No, you're not British humor. Not a big fan.
I didn't like those. No.
No, didn't like the money.
No. Sacrilegious.
Okay, I see. John Cleese, 1939, a very funny guy. Faulty Towers, very, very funny.
Okay.
Dallas Frazier. 1939, I don't remember who that is. For some, never mind. He wrote Elvira.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He also wrote Alley Oop. Alley Oop, oop.
You're so flummoxed from the show today that you're.
I'm having trouble.
Like
my recall. Huh?
Flummoxed. Did you like
that? That is very good. Very good. Dick Trickle. A race car driver.
Love that name.
I know. That's classic. Lee Greenwood.
Proud to be an American.
God bless the USA.
Yeah, that's right.
Ivan Reitman, movie producer, Ghostbusters.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep, those were good.
Yeah, he had several other ones. He's dead now, by the way, 2022.
Yeah.
Roberto Benigni. Best actor. Life is Beautiful. He's a guy that got up and crawled all over the seats, acted like a crazy. He's Italian. No?
No, not even registering.
Life is Beautiful. It's about a guy. It's actually a really good movie. If you can stand subtitles. It's about a guy like during World War II,
one of those,
where he was trying to shield his children from like the horror of the Nazis and the Holocaust and everything. Yeah. He was kind of trying to make them just seem like life is okay at the time. So it's a really, really good movie. Rick Carlisle, NBA player, coach.
Yeah, Pacers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marla Maples, former wife of Donald Trump. Rather fetching.
Wife number what?
I'm going to go 2.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure about that. Scott Weiland, Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gone too soon, 2015. Yeah. And Brady Quinn, former Notre Dame quarterback.
Yeah.
And now on the – do you ever watch Game Day?
Yeah, all the time.
Do you ever watch the Fox version of Game Day?
No.
I don't either. Does anybody?
I didn't even know they had one.
Okay.
I'm
assuming Big Ten fans.
SEC
probably.
Nation and Game Day. I kind of flip between those two.
There you go. All right, that's going to do it for us. We will take the rest of the day off, try to gather ourselves, and come back tomorrow.
Not be flummoxed tomorrow.
Try not to be flummoxed tomorrow. He is David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.